Why is Christmas 2025 defying every meteorologist's expectations across America, bringing thunder in December and old folklore proving devastatingly accurate? And what does this mean for over 80 million of our fellow Americans during the most cherished holiday of the year as ancient weather wisdom comes to life?
Right now, as millions of families across our great nation complete their final Christmas preparations and begin their journeys home for the holidays, we're witnessing something our grandparents would have recognized. Nature's own Christmas miracle unfolding with a massive heat dome, creating the warmest Christmas on record, while Mother Nature simultaneously brings the kind of dramatic storms that old-timers predicted. We're tracking a powerful West Coast storm system bringing up to 8 feet of snow to the majestic Sierra Nevada mountains. The kind of Christmas thunder to snow pattern that folklore has warned about for generations. Plus, a remarkable heat wave making this the warmest Christmas in history across Central America, followed by an Arctic air mass that will drop temperatures 40 degrees faster than the old almanacs ever predicted. I'm sharing this extraordinary Christmas weather briefing with you today, Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2025. And I want you to know this is the most remarkable Christmas weather pattern that mirrors the ancient wisdom I've studied in my meteorological career. Over the next 19 minutes, I'll walk you through detailed forecasts for more than 50 communities across America, updated within the last 3 hours from the National Weather Service. And at exactly 6 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll reveal which specific areas are experiencing the exact conditions that old weather folklore has long predicted for this sacred season. At 13 minutes and 45 seconds, I'll provide you with important travel timing guidance that could help keep your family safe and prevent you from getting stranded, including which major airports have already put special holiday protocols in place as they've never had to deal with Christmas thunder transitioning to Arctic conditions. Emergency management officials across 15 states have already activated special holiday protocols, with California issuing high-risk flash flood warnings and several Midwest states preparing for the kind of rapid winter transformation that hasn't been seen since the great Christmas weather reversal of 1983. What makes this Christmas weather pattern so remarkable is how it's following the extraordinary contrast that weather almanacs have long warned about. We have a massive high-pressure system creating temperatures 30 to 40 degrees above normal, while Pacific storms bring the challenging conditions that complete the ancient warm before the storm pattern. This pattern is particularly important to understand because it's happening during Christmas, when so many of our fellow Americans are traveling to be with loved ones, potentially without proper winter clothing when that Arctic air arrives just as the old weather wisdom predicted. As we prepare to celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ during this most sacred season, let me start with the record-breaking Christmas heat wave that's already making history in ways that remind us of the awesome power of creation. A massive heat dome has developed across much of our country thanks to a powerful high-pressure system built across the desert Southwest and Southern Plains. We're documenting the warmest Christmas on record for over a dozen states, with temperatures in the 70s and 80s across the Southern Plains, and Christmas morning will bring some of the warmest December air ever recorded from Cincinnati to Oklahoma City. Truly remarkable for this sacred season when even nature seems to be celebrating. Now let me take you through what this means for our communities across America, providing detailed forecasts for over 50 major cities, starting with our friends on the beautiful West Coast, who are experiencing the kind of powerful Pacific storms that old-time fishermen and farmers learned to respect. Our friends in Los Angeles and the greater metropolitan area are experiencing challenging conditions with heavy rainfall totaling around 3 inches expected. And the rapid nature creates serious flash flooding concerns, especially across burn scar areas like the Palisades, where debris flows threaten areas that generations of Californians have called home. San Diego faces significant rainfall as moisture continues impacting the region, with scattered showers and thunderstorms bringing 2 to 3 inches possible. The kind of Christmas thunder that local weather watchers haven't seen in decades, creating flooding concerns in areas that typically enjoy perfect holiday weather. The magnificent San Francisco Bay Area is experiencing 2 to 5 inches of rain over the next 48 hours, with strong winds creating challenging travel conditions across our iconic bridge systems that connect communities from Marin County down to Silicon Valley, while Oakland, Berkeley, and San Jose face similar flooding concerns. Sacramento and Fresno, throughout our productive Central Valley, continue experiencing the eastern edge of this Pacific system, with moderate to heavy rainfall creating challenging driving conditions on the vital Interstate 5 and Highway 99 corridors that connect our agricultural heartland. Santa Barbara and Ventura along our stunning coastline face heavy rainfall and rough surf conditions, while inland areas, including Bakersfield and the oil country, see moderate precipitation with flooding potential in the low-lying regions where so many of our farming families live. Our friends in Seattle, Portland, and the magnificent Pacific Northwest continue managing intense winter weather, with heavy rain at sea level but significant snow accumulations building in the Cascades around Mount Rainier, Mount Baker, and Mount Hood. The kind of mountain snow that old-time loggers and trappers would have celebrated for the coming year. Now moving to our Mountain West regions, where we see the fascinating temperature contrasts that remind us of the old saying, Christmas thunder, Easter blunder. Denver enjoys partly cloudy skies with unusually warm Christmas Eve temperatures, while Salt Lake City experiences similar pleasant conditions with the beautiful Wasatch Mountains beginning to see increased snowfall. Phoenix and Tucson continue experiencing absolutely perfect Christmas weather, with sunny skies and comfortable mid-70s temperatures, exactly what our many winter visitors and snowbirds love about spending Christmas in the desert Southwest. While Las Vegas sees identical Chamber of Commerce conditions, perfect for outdoor holiday celebrations. Albuquerque and Santa Fe in the beautiful high country of New Mexico maintain pleasant conditions with partly cloudy skies, though these areas may experience temperature changes as the Arctic air mass approaches from northern territories later this week. Boise and Spokane in the inland Northwest see mild conditions currently, but need to monitor for potential winter weather impacts as that Arctic system advances, while Billings and Great Falls in magnificent Big Sky country position for the first major temperature drops that ranchers and farmers are already preparing for. Now for our southern regions experiencing the most remarkable Christmas heat wave conditions that remind folks of the old weather saying, Christmas like spring, trouble on the wing. Our friends in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, Orlando, and Jacksonville throughout the beautiful Sunshine State are seeing spectacular holiday weather. Atlanta and the greater metropolitan area throughout the Peach State experience unprecedented Christmas warmth, reaching the upper 70s, while Birmingham and Montgomery throughout the heart of Dixie see identical record-breaking conditions, perfect for outdoor Christmas celebrations and church services. Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, and Plano throughout the great DFW Metroplex are experiencing truly historic Christmas heat, with temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s, creating the warmest Christmas Day conditions these proud Texas cities have ever documented. Perfect for those famous Texas Christmas barbecues. Houston, Sugar Land, the Woodlands, and Katy throughout the greater Bayou City area see identical, unprecedented December warmth, while San Antonio, Austin, and surrounding Texas Hill Country communities experience temperatures perfect for Christmas celebrations and outdoor family activities. New Orleans and Baton Rouge throughout Louisiana experience remarkably warm Christmas conditions, perfect for celebrating with loved ones, while Memphis throughout Tennessee, Little Rock throughout Arkansas, and Jackson throughout Mississippi see similar record-breaking holiday warmth. Oklahoma City and Tulsa throughout the Sooner State are experiencing some of the most extraordinary temperature departures from normal, with Christmas Day highs potentially reaching near 80 degrees, completely unprecedented for late December, but wonderful for outdoor Christmas festivities and family gatherings. Kansas City and Wichita throughout the Sunflower State see similar extraordinary Christmas warmth, while Columbia and Charleston throughout the beautiful Palmetto State experience upper 70s temperatures, creating ideal conditions for Christmas Day services and holiday outdoor activities. Now examining our Midwest communities where significant changes begin after Christmas. following the pattern that old almanacs called Christmas warm, January storm. St. Louis approaches 70 degrees for Christmas Eve. Absolutely remarkable for the gateway to the west in late December. Chicago and the greater Windy City area currently experience unusually warm conditions, but need to prepare for dramatic temperature changes when Arctic air arrives this weekend, affecting millions throughout our great state of Illinois and the Heartland. Milwaukee and Madison throughout America's Dairyland face similar warm Christmas conditions now, but need to prepare for potentially significant winter weather impacts as the Arctic air mass brings the kind of rapid change that Wisconsin farming families have long respected. Detroit, Grand Rapids, Lansing, and Kalamazoo throughout the Great Lakes state will transition from current mild temperatures to potentially significant winter weather, with that Arctic system bringing the substantial changes that Great Lakes sailors have always watched for. Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Duluth throughout the beautiful North Star State position for the first major impact from Arctic conditions, with temperatures potentially dropping from near record warmth to bitter cold within 24 to 48 hours. Quite the dramatic change for our northern communities. Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati throughout the Buckeye State currently enjoy spring-like Christmas conditions, but need to prepare for winter weather challenges and dramatic temperature drops coming this weekend. Make sure to have winter supplies ready for what's ahead. Indianapolis and Fort Wayne throughout the Hoosier State face similar challenging post-Christmas conditions, while Green Bay throughout Wisconsin positions directly in the path of that incoming Arctic air mass, with the potential for the kind of winter conditions that Packers fans know well. For our Northeast communities, current conditions remain mild, but significant changes approach following the old pattern, thunder before Christmas, winter after. New York City, including Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and the Bronx, enjoy mild Christmas but should monitor developments. Boston, Worcester, and Springfield throughout the Bay State face similar conditions, with mild Christmas weather transitioning to possible snow and freezing rain as Arctic air arrives, while Cambridge and surrounding communities should prepare for the kind of weather that reminds us of old New England winters. Philadelphia and surrounding southeastern Pennsylvania, including Allentown and Reading, experience pleasant Christmas conditions but need preparation for dramatic changes as cold air moves in next week. Keep those winter coats handy as the city of brotherly love prepares for change. Baltimore and Washington, D.C. throughout our nation's capital region see mild Christmas conditions, but position on the critical edge of incoming Arctic systems, while Annapolis and surrounding Chesapeake Bay areas face identical transition patterns that watermen have long watched for. Hartford and New Haven throughout the Constitution State, Providence throughout the Ocean State face mild Christmas transitioning to winter weather potential, while Portland, Augusta, and Bangor throughout beautiful down east Maine show highest probability for snow early next week. Albany and Syracuse throughout the Empire State position for potentially significant winter weather impacts, while Burlington throughout the Green Mountain State and Manchester throughout the Live Free or Die State face similar Arctic air preparations for their mountain communities. Now let me provide the important travel guidance I promised, based on weather patterns that remind us why our ancestors paid such close attention to nature's signs. The timing and location of these weather systems creates some challenges for holiday travel during this sacred season. For our friends traveling the beautiful West Coast today and tomorrow, Interstate 5 from Los Angeles to San Francisco faces challenging conditions due to heavy rain and flooding. Complete your Christmas Day travel before afternoon hours, or consider delaying until the storm passes through. Mountain passes, including Snoqualmie Pass and Stevens Pass in Washington, plus Interstate 84 through the spectacular Columbia River Gorge will be challenging with heavy snowfall and reduced visibility through Christmas Day. Please postpone mountain travel if possible. California highways, including Highway 99 through the Central Valley and Interstate 10 near Los Angeles, face flooding concerns, particularly during afternoon and evening hours when rainfall rates are highest. Drive carefully and remember, turn around, don't drown. For post-Christmas travel, Interstate 70 across Kansas and Missouri into Illinois faces increasing winter weather possibilities as Arctic air arrives, particularly affecting Sunday and Monday return travel. Monitor conditions carefully and be prepared for rapid changes.
Interstate 80 from Nebraska through Iowa and into Illinois could experience winter conditions by Monday, while Interstate 35 from Oklahoma through Kansas faces similar Arctic air impacts, affecting major travel corridors for families heading home after the holidays. Interstate 75 from Florida through Georgia and into Kentucky faces dramatic temperature changes, but should remain passable, while Interstate 95 from Florida to the Northeast stays clear for Christmas, but we're monitoring Arctic developments that could affect New Year's travel.
For our travelers flying, Los Angeles International Airport faces potential delays and cancellations due to severe weather conditions that haven't been seen during Christmas in years, while San Francisco and Sacramento have enhanced safety protocols in place for challenging wind and rain conditions. Seattle Tacoma International and Portland International continue managing challenging conditions with heavy rain affecting flight operations, while Denver International is monitoring for post-Christmas winter weather impacts that could affect Rocky Mountain travel. Chicago O'Hare and Midway are preparing for potential winter weather challenges by Monday, while Minneapolis-St. Paul International faces the highest probability for Arctic air impacts affecting post-Christmas travel. Check with your airline before heading to the airport. Dallas-Fort Worth International and Houston-Bush Intercontinental maintain excellent conditions through the period, while Atlanta-Hartsfield-Jackson continues normal operations with monitoring for temperature changes affecting our southeastern travelers. Boston-Logan, Newark, and Philadelphia International should be monitored for potential winter weather impacts early next week as Arctic conditions approach our northeast corridor communities with the kind of weather changes our forefathers would have recognized. Now let me share important safety preparations you should consider, drawing on both modern meteorology and the wisdom that helped previous generations navigate challenging weather. This dramatic weather pattern requires different preparations depending on your location during this blessed season. If you're in West Coast flood-prone areas, have multiple evacuation routes planned and avoid driving through standing water. Remember, just 6 inches of moving water can knock down a person, and 12 inches can carry away vehicles. Lessons learned from decades of California experience. For those in areas facing Arctic conditions, don't let today's warm temperatures fool you. Have winter emergency supplies ready, including warm clothing, blankets, emergency food and water, plus backup heating sources for your home, just as our grandparents always did. Please check on elderly neighbors and family members, especially those in regions facing dramatic temperature changes, as rapid temperature drops create particular challenges for our senior community members who remember when neighbors always looked out for each other during difficult weather. As we conclude this comprehensive Christmas weather briefing, here are the 3 most important points to remember that could help keep your family safe during this remarkable holiday period when nature is reminding us of its awesome power. First, timing is absolutely essential for safe travel, just as our ancestors learned to read the signs. Complete all Christmas Day travel before afternoon hours on the West Coast, and monitor Arctic air developments carefully for any post-Christmas return travel plans. Flexibility could prevent challenging situations for your family. Second, don't allow today's record-breaking warmth to create overconfidence about weather conditions. That Arctic air mass will bring dramatic temperature changes within days, so keep winter emergency supplies available, even during this wonderful 80-degree Christmas weather. Nature can change quickly. Third, stay continuously informed about developing conditions and trust both modern forecasting and your own weather instincts. This weather pattern is evolving, and conditions can change more quickly than normal due to the extraordinary nature of these systems. Monitor official alerts and adjust plans when necessary. I'll be monitoring these remarkable conditions continuously and providing updates as this historic Christmas weather pattern continues developing throughout the holiday period, affecting millions of our fellow Americans across this great nation. If this important Christmas weather briefing has helped you understand and prepare for these changing conditions, please share it with family and friends who may be traveling or living in affected areas during this special holiday period when community support matters most.
Subscribe and turn on notifications for weather updates as these historic Christmas weather systems continue developing. Your safety and your family's safety depend on staying informed about these changing conditions, just as generations before us learned to watch the sky. In my next forecast, I'll share how this Christmas weather pattern may influence New Year's week conditions, including potential for winter storms and continued Arctic influences affecting travel and daily life across multiple regions. Patterns that remind us of weather cycles our ancestors understood well. Remember, Christmas 2025 represents one of the most extraordinary holiday weather patterns in our nation's history, reminding us of the awesome power of creation. Preparation, flexibility, and community support will help all of us navigate this safely together during this sacred season. Until my next update, stay safe, stay informed, and remember that no holiday celebration is worth risking your life or your family's lives. May God bless you and your families during this holy and precious Christmas season as we witness nature's own Christmas miracle.